Hey YouTube, we're back at the FSD AI Day route, and I've got my good friend Jeff here in the car. Say hi.
Hey.
And it's the first time he's ever been in a self-driving car, and we're gonna give the route a try and see if he gets freaked out, if he likes it, what the verdict is.
Self-driving newbie.
Here we go. So that enables the full self-driving, and so you'll see the little steering wheel. The blue line tells you where the car is planning to go.
Okay.
The chevrons and the black line show you where it's going to stop.
I love it.
And when it's going to slow down. So there's it saw the bicyclists. So it'll highlight anything in blue that it feels is in the way.
I see.
Of where it's planning to go. Okay, so now it's clear and it's going.
It made a turn.
It made a turn.
Love it.
I set the speed limit to the speed limit.
Okay.
You can do an offset where you can say I want it to be 10% faster than the speed limit. You know, but for these I always do like at the speed limit just to see what it's like.
So certainly a little bit nervous as we come to traffic lights in an intersection. Doing okay so far.
So it highlights these traffic lights as this is what it's keying off of. So it sees the red lights and it says I'm stopping because there's red lights.
Right.
So there was Tesla did this AI Day like a couple years ago where it was their first time they talked about like everything they're doing in the realm of AI in like more detail. They talked about Dojo, which is their custom computing platform. They talked about their neural nets, all that kind of stuff. And so in that AI Day, they had this looped video that was running of a car driving, and this is the route that they showed.
I see.
And it just happens to be right next to our house.
I love it.
So I use it as an example. So one thing there in the next version, which I don't have yet, it will do lane selection better. So you see we like went into the left lane, and as a human driver, we're going to turn right at this light. I would have just made that turn into the right lane.
But you would have failed your driving test because that's actually the right way to do it.
So it's doing it better?
Yeah.
Nice.
You're supposed to turn into the lane and then signal
and then
move
signal.
Over.
There you go.
So did it
signal? It knows better. It did signal.
Okay.
See?
Oh, airplane.
Yeah. So then it'll show a car in black. So this is the sedan. This is the Model 3 you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
And it shows a car in black that's like the lead car. So it knows that like this car's in front of us and it's going to follow it, basically, depending on the route we're going on.
Right.
But you can see, like, you can get a visualization of the intersection, and like this one's kind of a weird intersection because you've got like all these different turns and
I'm
stuff.
kind of amazed it's picking up all the cars over there, even though that's pretty obstructed, right?
Yeah. So it shows those turning.
And it's only
that person went down the wrong way of the road.
Yikes.
They're on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, there they go.
I was like, what are they doing?
They should have a self-driving car.
That's why we need a self-driving car. That was wild. That was super dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the downtown Los Altos.
Yeah.
So we're like a 15-minute walk from here. So
yeah, it's perfect. I've been here in a long time.
Yeah. So now we've got like cars, pedestrian, lucid air.
Yeah. Nice.
So it turned that car blue because it's crossing in our intersection.
See. Oh, that's what you were saying.
So it'll tell you, like, it sees that car is blue.
Yeah.
It's telling you that that's kind of in the way. Okay. So now we're getting up to our destination, and so after we go through this stop sign. So it says stopping for stop sign.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
It'll give you all these little messages up here to tell you kind of what it's doing.
And do you have to hold the wheel, or what's the deal?
Every so often it tells you
through a vibration or a...
every so often it tells you that you need to pay attention, and so you'll see the screen turn light blue, and it makes a little, and then you have to squeeze the wheel. Or turn it a little bit. I squeeze the wheel.
I'm sure you do.
Because it's easier. Because sometimes you go to turn it, and then it's like you disengage it, like, you know.
Right.
But the camera pays attention if you're looking at the road.
Okay.
And it'll give you a warning saying, pay attention, you're not paying attention to the road.
Gotcha. Well, that was one of the things I was going to ask you was, when you want to take control, need
So
to
it's
take
like
control.
stopping here to look and see that it's clear.
Wow. That's pretty good.
And this road's 45 miles an hour, so...
Now, is it reading it off the signs?
It reads it off the
I
street
see.
signs. And it knows map data as well.
Okay.
So all this map data is actually from Google. You can see from Google.
Right, yeah.
They use the Google Maps API, and then they layer on top of it, you know, all of their stuff.
Can you also adjust, like...
So like here, it's saying give slight turning force to the
okay.
wheel. Yeah.
Gotcha. Can you also adjust, like, the acceleration ramp to the preset? Like you said, preset it to go speed limit?
You can't affect you. So I'll show you a few settings that you can mess around with. But right now, you really can't dictate like how quickly it goes off the line.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to do what it does.
Oh, okay. So there's no like
customization of that.
Customization of, hey, you know, be a lazy driver versus a.
There is. So here
driver.
It might give me a warning saying I'm fiddling with the. But if you go to autopilot, there's these profiles:
okay.
chill,
Yeah,
average, and assertive.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But those don't necessarily address the
acceleration. You don't really. Well, it's more of like how does it behave generally. So it's like it doesn't follow as close.
Yep.
Or it doesn't make as aggressive lane changes. Like it won't necessarily go around a car that's going slow, for example.
Wow.
Okay, so we got to put our third destination in. So we're just following this route that they did.
This is pretty good. It feels like you're driving.
Pretty much. It's a little bit, well, so you'll see here, Teresa always says, oh my God, it does like full stops. So it stops. It used to not do that, but then NHTSA, the National Highway Transportation Authority, Safety Authority, required Tesla to not allow it to do
like a
rolling stops because they're like, you have to follow. So here, see, like it's flashing through.
Right.
It's saying touch the steering wheel. Let me know that like you're here, you're paying attention. Okay, so this is the hardest part of this route because now we have to cross this road and we're going to go straight. Across 4 lanes, and this is like 40-mile-an-hour traffic.
Okay.
And so it can't see. It says creeping forward for visibility. And this line is how far it's going to go out to look around the corner. Because it's got to look this way around the bushes.
This is a tough one. This is
tough
one
for a
people.
human driver.
Yeah.
And you got like a pedestrian crossing on the other side of the road. So like now it would consider going. But now it saw the pedestrian and it said, no, I can't go.
Right. Has there been any point where you feel nervous?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it should go. Okay, it was waiting for that car there. It shouldn't have. So now I'm going to put on the accelerator a little bit just to make sure we get through the intersection. So like there, that's a case that it's a tough intersection. There's a lot of times where I do that intersection and it works great, but there's sometimes like there where it was waiting for that car to turn.
Yeah.
But then that turn was kind of slow and it started to go. Right. And then like we're out in the intersection. So then I'm going to step on the accelerator and take over.
Right. And that completely disengages.
It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It's still going. It just allows me, like I can step on for a moment. The only thing you can do to take over is push on the accelerator. Okay. So there, it was creeping around that corner to see if there was anybody walking this way.
Oh, okay.
So, like a human driver probably would have just sailed right through there.
Yes.
This car is going to stop and like make sure there's nobody.
Which is good.
No human coming around the corner.
So that one felt a little choppy to me.
It was pretty jerky, yeah.
But that's probably the first instance of that.
And we'll go back to our starting point. Now you've experienced what it's like to drive in a car that drives itself.
Downtown too.
The freeway actually, they just changed it so that the freeway uses full self-driving instead of their old version, which was called autopilot. And it used autopilot forever on the freeway. They just merged basically the city streets logic and capability, and they made FSD functional on the highway. And on the highway, oh my God, it is like so amazing now.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I feel
And passing and all of that.
I drove just recently to Santa Monica.
Yeah.
And so I drove from here to Santa Monica, and on the way down there, I had to intervene 0 times for safety reasons.
Oh, get out. Wow.
I had to stop at superchargers and stuff, and so when I go to a
Sure.
supercharger, it doesn't park and do those type of things yet.
Oh, it doesn't?
It doesn't, like, it won't park you in a parking lot, or it won't park. That is coming in like a future release.
I see.
Now this is kind of a difficult intersection
Yeah.
because you've got like a T, you've got to creep out here to see and make sure that it's clear. And so it
Did
does
that pretty well.
Yeah, it did that one pretty good. I'd say the biggest thing about driving around in it is not so much that most of the time I trust it. There's occasionally where it does like something a little wonky. Most of the time it's the other human drivers. You're like,
Oh, absolutely.
like, okay, so like there, it stopped because of this
he
guy.
was
So that's
pointed in that direction where he could accelerate out and
into our roadway.
Into our roadway.
Now, as a human, you'd go, well, you knew he wasn't
Yeah.
probably going to do that,
Yeah.
but the car isn't going to take that chance. Okay, now it's waiting.
Oh,
That-
for him because
that-
we're turning right.
Yeah, so that guy there
Yeah.
is freaking the car out, which it shouldn't. But see, it shouldn't be that sensitive
Right.
to a situation like that, because we were also past him,
Yeah.
but it was worried that he was going fast, and he's going pretty fast on that scooter.
Right.
So it was worried that we were going to get too close to him, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're back where we started. So in
Yeah.
the route, we'll turn around. So what do you think?
No, I think it's awesome. Certainly much better than I had anticipated. 1 or 2, jerky spots, but they were explainable.